What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Coming tonight with a late night video. I just had to follow up from earlier today. We had some craziness when it comes to links and whatnot. But what we did find out is you could access the specials from the description box. There is always a description box where I place the links for the videos and for other specials. And all three specials are there. What are today's specials? $50 is half off the consult, our 1 hour consult. We'll have time slots for next week at this point. Then you also have $99 for the tax lien special. And then you have $200 instead of $250 for the credit repair. So they're in the links description. You can access them below. Many people access them after the live stream ended earlier, so we know they work, but only from the description box, not in the live. So here's tonight's title. Qualify yourself for the next level. How do you qualify yourself for the next level is the really key, right? Many people will say, well, Eric, I want to invest in this or that, and I usually go, hey, grab my book or go watch some of the free videos to get yourself started. And a lot of times I think that frustrates people because they want a quick answer, and I don't have a quick answer because you didn't get to your situation in life yesterday. You've been there. You've been getting there. You've been working yourself there. Now, here's two books that I really, really love and I think are super important. Let me hold them for the camera. Millionaire by 30, Cash Flow Quadrant. These are some of the most impactful books I've ever read, and I've had them for years. I've written all through them. Now, this one, of course, is talking about buying real estate, getting yourself ahead. And what many people go, they're watching Grant Cardone and they're like, well, I don't want to buy a house. I don't want to be stuck somewhere. House is not an asset. See, they're halfway listening to Robert Kiyosaki, but they're not fully getting it. Many young people, and I'm going to say it, many young and white Asian people, and I can give you examples here in Austin, Texas, they buy a house that's USDA loan, zero money down, on the edge of town. Live there for a year or house hack a room out and then move closer in. I know about 10 people now from these Christian single groups where they bought a house on the edge of town, lived there for a year, moved further into town, and then moved further into town. Each time either buying a house or making sure at least the last house were rented out as they got their new apartment closer in town. Now, many people say, well, that's just crazy. I mean, I'm not going to move all the way into a house and then move out of a house. Well, why are people doing that? Because they're using that opportunity that you would have used to live in an apartment anyway and funding their real estate. Now, here's another thing. You know, if you just study the laws of wealth and how do you get money? Just straight up, how do you get money? 90% of people, they have a home. I can give you many of those examples of people who have a home in Round Rock, have a home in Pflugerville. You know, they bought the home 3 years ago. I tell you on the channel all the time, my friend was asking me, did I want to go in half on a house that was $135,000 in Pflugerville? And I went, no, man, I don't really want to do that. That doesn't make sense to me. That same house is worth $280,000 now in Austin. And that's not even in Austin. That's a suburb of Austin. So when people talk about, oh, you know, houses are, they don't help you. 9 times out of 10, and there's people on the show, the girl from Houston, who her condo, her mortgage is $321. That's right, $321. Average apartment rental in Houston for her, 1 bedroom, same as her condo, would be $1,200. So, I mean, the math is there for you to save money, and the math is there for you to take the money you save and put it somewhere else. The reason a lot of people don't become millionaires by 30 is they're taking the money they would save after they got their house and start spending more, or treating themselves out to dinner more, or buying more clothes, or buying more things for their house. No. Take that extra $500 to $800 you've saved on rent and invest. And that's essentially what this book, Millionaire by 30, talks about. And it's one of the best out of all of it. And it gives you, let's see if I can find it. I've talked about it plenty on this channel before. Let me see if I can find it. It's a triangle in the book, and it's just a perfect example of all the things people can invest in and they just don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to find it. That's sad. You know, when you see a book so many times. Hold on. Hold on. Dang, what's up? Ah, here we go. All right, this page, if you ever buy this book, it's in this page. It's not very good, but essentially it talks about risk return model. And many people get so, Erica, that's risky, but it goes through list 1 through 16. Number 16 for level of risk, which is least, is equity in your house, annuities, treasury bonds, funded insurance, CDs, mutual funds, high grade stocks, blue chip stocks, investment real estate, lower quality bonds, speculative common stocks, raw land, limited partnerships, business ventures, commodities. Get that book. Get that book. All right. Next one. Sorry about that. Cash flow quadrant. Why is this good? This book provides you so many people information, because really what happens is people read Poor Dad, Rich Dad, and they go, oh, that gave me ideals to be creative. That's great. But this is going to give you the real deal. This is going to give you the real deal about being a B investor, an I investor, an S person. And the goal of all people is to, even if you're going to stay at E, see how this E is working here? Even if you stay here, is to be investing. Or here, change your business model to where it doesn't need you there. And if you're here, be investing. A lot of people think that's how, they're going to get through the cash flow quadrant. But a lot of times, some people just stay E's, right? A lot of people on this side of the cash flow quadrant make money. To be honest, people who are investing. Okay, this is the path to financial security. You're in a job, and this is This is investing. That's how you get free. Point blank period. Again, smartphone millionaire. The rise of the 1099 economy. These things, I put them together to show you, one, countless opportunities that are coming ahead of you, and two, where to put your money. So some of you got your book today. Hopefully you'll tag me on Instagram and Facebook and take pictures and tag me, do some reviews on Amazon. But the key here is, how do you qualify yourself? And there's a great quote. I'm not Muslim. I'm actually about Christian, but and I cuss a lot on this channel. So I love Jesus, but I cuss. I'm gonna wear that shirt one day. And here's a statement, and this is something Elijah Muhammad says: each student must qualify his or herself for positions awaiting them. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Each student must qualify his or herself for positions awaiting them. Many people in America are like, the American dream is dead. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. But have you qualified yourself? And let me say something controversial. A college degree is not qualifying yourself. It just is not anymore. Experience is qualifying yourself. Taking jobs, taking positions that are challenging and may possibly change your future, that is qualifying yourself. That is qualifying yourself, okay? When we say positions awaiting them, many people you talk to are like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to own all this real estate. I want to have all this money. I want to go on these trips. But when you actually get to the nitty gritty, okay, what are you doing this year to get you there? What are you doing in the next 10 years? If you look at a person's life and they're sitting on a couch playing video games right after work, and they're chilling and they're Netflixing and watching SportsCenter. I used to have a cousin, he watched SportsCenter and then the loop would cut and he'd watch the next loop. Like, you already watched that. You're burning time doing that. Now, I don't mean for everybody to be like me or be like some of my friends who are just diehard workaholics or diehard people who are just building. That's not for everybody. But there has to be some position in your life where you are qualifying yourself to the next level. If you're telling me, Erica, I want to invest in real estate, okay, what are you doing to qualify yourself for that? Erica, I want to invest in bigger notes. I don't want to just invest in Todd Capital stock side. I want to invest in the real estate side. Well, honey, the baby steps start on the real estate side, the stock side. If someone has created a house, and I'm trying to think of how to best describe this. If I built a house and you are saying, I want to come upstairs to the attic before I come through the front door, that does not work. That will not work. You have to come through the front door. And as you come through the front door, we build you up till you can get into the attic. Does that make sense for you guys? Like, you can't jump steps. Like, so many people want to just, I want to get married tomorrow. Well, dang, honey, don't you got to worry about, you're fixing your credit, cleaning yourself up, working, finding the right person, taking time in that relationship to make sure y'all going to make it. It's much more than the dress. It's much more than the event. It's about who the other person is you're doing life with every day. I apply that same techniques to business and everything else. You should be qualifying yourself for the next level. If you haven't even started putting $25 away in Lending Club or different stock options or different things here, just this basic level. Don't get on the phone with me and talk about buying apartment complexes because you haven't built the basement yet. You got to build the basement first. Like, how can I get you to the next level? We ain't even built the basic. Now, on page 24 of my book, I even put the picture in there that I'm always talking about, the table. You got to build the table. And we're talking about your job, high-paying job, side income, side business, gold, silver, bank CDs, insurance, lending club, land, farm, timber, 401k, monthly dividend stocks, rental income. There's so many options for you to build the table. Now, we don't want you to get messy. And I may have to do a video on how to layer yourself without being messy. But you can break out a piece of paper right now and go, what are 10 things that should be paying me? I did a video a couple days ago about it in the car, but there should be 10 barriers between you and homelessness, you and anything. You know what I mean? Even if that means putting $5 away into bank certificates. There was a time 4 years ago where I was putting $5 into bank certificates just so I could make sure I met my weekly minimums. I promised myself 100 a week, and I was going to deliver on 100 a week. No ifs, ands, or buts, because I made that promise to myself. And if you cannot make the commitment to yourself, then I can't help you, okay? Do you understand? And so right now, whatever your age is, I don't know what your age is, whatever your age is in this book, in the video, put out a 10-year plan. Now, what is it? We don't want this to be this long and drawn out 10-year plan. I want you to just get a sheet of paper and write a paragraph or less of what do you look like? Who are you? Who are you at 42, 52, 62, 72, whatever your age is, who are you? Because I think many of you don't realize that a lot of Americans are living to be older than ever before. They're living to be 80, 90, 100. A lot of the wealthy businessmen you see on TV, they're living to be 100. Why? Quality food, quality water, exercise, less stress, more money. They're living a long life. If many of you get the blessed opportunity to live a long life, do you want to live the last 20 years of your life in a wheelchair, having strokes, having bad food, bad diet? Your kids are stressed out taking care of you? No one wants to live like that. So when you watch this channel or you watch a lot of stuff you're seeing on TV, you have time. You may have 40, 50 years. You have time. Do not give up. There's so much opportunity for you guys out here that I don't want you to miss it, because what a lot of people have there in their 40s and 50s that me and some of my friends don't have is you have experience. You have more experience than most people our age. And you could come into an office and know stuff that other young people don't know. That's the key. So again, whenever I talk about Donald Trump, I laugh because I think here's a man in a position and he's not qualified for it. So who cares? You should apply for positions you're not qualified for either, because you need to get your foot in the door for experience. Don't overlook these staffing agencies. Don't overlook these opportunities. How do you get to the next level? How do you add some of these things we just talked about on this page about what was the top 16? How do you add those things to your portfolio? One bit at a time. One bit at a time. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of people, you see your neighbors, the only reason they're still in their house after they lose their job for a year or two is the equity they have in their house. Not only the equity, they took the equity and they invested in something else on the side. So they got a little dump across town that was their first marriage house, and the money off of it's helping them stay afloat. I can't tell you how many people have several little houses that the mortgage off of it is keeping their marriage together, because the husband isn't working like he should, or he's losing his job, or he's in between jobs, and the wife's irritated, but they've started to build a life together. And building a life together is more than just the relationship. It's more than just the kids. It's actually wealth passed on to you and your kids. So look, I'm going to read some of this comments you guys have, but that's the best thing I could ever say to you. After I would look at masterminds, I sat in a phone call earlier today with Charles Ogilvie out of Todd Capital. In order to qualify yourselves, you have to know where you're trying to go. And on that sheet of paper, when you write down, hey, this is what I'm going to look like at 42, 32, 35, whatever your age, it should be a brief synopsis, okay? Like, hey, I'm going to have 4 kids. I'm going to have a husband. I'm going to be well-traveled. I'm going to have spent time in Italy. I'm going to have 10 rental properties. I'm going to have this or that. You know, like, it's something light along that way. Because what you do is once you write that out and you look at it, you go, okay, 5 years from now, how far do I need to be? Now, let's say you're a person saying you want to have kids, 4 kids. Well, in 5 years, you might need to have at least 2 of those kids out, right? So you can have the 4th, right? 4. So it's like you have to put it in a reasonable time frame and play it out. Like, okay, what do I need to have this year? Okay, this year we just want to work on you putting $100 away a month. You know, and then next year we'll do $200 every month. Then the year after that, we'll do $300. Eventually, we want to have you putting $1,000 away each month into an investment of your choice. So let's check out some of the stuff you guys are saying. I'd love to see it. Let's see. It's a little late, but you know, we're just doing a quick late one. Melita, yes for the new live. Hey, I was like, I've been doing phone calls. I went ate lunch with some friends. I went to a happy hour. Then I jumped on the phone with Todd Capital. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's good stuff. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. Cliff Peters, good night. Irvin Thomas, so buying condo is a good thing. Hey, Erica, digging the shirt. Always stocks, bond, mutual funds. Great company. Yeah, listen here. Condos always have HOA fees, a lot of condos. But at the end of the day, if you're getting your real estate portfolio started, I'd rather you have the condo and you save money on your renter fees. Because a lot of people don't realize around the whole nation, people are renting for $1,200 to $1,800 a month for a small 1 to 2 bedrooms, when you could be paying a mortgage of $500 to $800. You're saving $1,000. But people like feeling like, well, I'm renting and I'm moving around, and you know what? I didn't like this apartment complex. I'm gonna move to a new apartment complex next year. You could do the same thing with your house. You get in the house, you make sure you're setting it up for a renter next year, and then you can move to another apartment. People get caught up on these apartments being resorts. Like, oh, look how nice this apartment pool is. How many times are you gonna get in the apartment pool? Not often. How many times are you gonna go to the apartment gym? Not often. But how many times did you walk around your neighborhood? Every day. Just a difference. So, whoa, what is that name? Ezekiel? Besides 401k, what can a regular person invest in only working a factory job? Everything I just named. I know some of these questions are delayed, but here, grab my book, Smartphone Millionaire. There's countless things you can invest in. Peer-to-peer lending, crowdfunding sites, everything you can think of. $25, $50, $100, $500, $1,000. You will layer it up. Coach Keith, thank you. Good evening, folks. Chris Lee, I just ordered my book, got 3 copies. Thank you, Chris Lee TV. You take a picture, we're gonna share you on my Instagram page. You guys take pictures, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook, wherever. I love it. I appreciate it. 100%. Julia Anderson, Erica, will you do a video about self-lender minimum amounts to get started? No, I just won't, because you can do your own self-lender. You don't need self-lender. Go to your local credit union, give them $500 and a secure loan and pay it back. Now, here's the kicker. It's tax time. Y'all could go to your local bank with $500 or $1,000, whatever your tax fund is, take it to your credit union, and guess what? You're going to hand it to them. They're going to turn it into a secure loan. Then they're going to give you the money right back in your hand. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to pay a payment every month on it. Now, what people don't like is, oh, Erica, I can't guarantee payments. If you can't guarantee payments, if your life is that chaotic, you can't guarantee payments, you need a part-time job. Now, you don't have to get a full-time, part-time job. You don't go Navy or Home Depot. You can do DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, something. There's several videos I talk about that, but there should never be a time you can't put $25 or $100 away into something monthly. You should go to work. That's the key. People don't like when I say that, but that's the truth. Like the quickest, fastest way I got out of my situation years ago was double working. And then I was like, oh, okay, I don't like this. I don't like that. Now I'm going to go get my real estate license. Okay, oh, I love how I get these referrals. You know what else I like? The painting company I do. When I was working in apartment complexes, oh, the painters used to make a ton of money. Boom. It's when you're busy. It's when you're working hard. Ideals come to you. It's when you're producing income. Ideals come to you. Many of you want to start side businesses, but you don't even have any money to market it if you need it to. You need more money. Let's see. Urban Thomas, real talk. I love it. All right, Coach Keith Bridgeford. That's a long name. Erica shows up and bring it every day. I try. Melita, thank you. Write them out, girl. Write those topics. Malika, I don't know how to say it. Jim Malika. Experience is real. I see posting for entry-level travel jobs that want 1 or more years experience. Listen to me. Go in there. Apply anyway. Because guess what? Companies start doing the rounds and going, whoo, we've been without enough employees for 2 years. We better get to calling some people. And a lot of times, I hate to say it, it's off your personality. If they like your personality, they want to train you, they train you. Even Dell Computers has a 6 to 9 month temp program where they see if they like you, if you're a good fit. And last time I checked, I definitely take 6 to 8 grand or 10 grand a month working at Dell for 6 months before I pay. Peace out, you know? I mean, there's opportunity everywhere. It just depends on how y'all look at it. Denver rent is high. Investor clubs I'm in, they're like, nah, we ain't looking at Denver no more. We're not looking at Oklahoma City no more. We're not looking at several places anymore, which is funny. Jareen Derrick, how can I get information on tax liens? It's in the description. The special is on. Also on this channel, there's a whole playlist for tax lien investing. You can watch the playlist and then decide if you want to buy the course or just get the special that we have going on for the next 24 hours. It's in the description. Instead of $149, it's $99. No, they changed that Positivity 1999. Lending Club had this thing for a while. I don't know what happened. They were saying something about $1,000 minimum, which was weird. But I think what ended up happening is several states were lobbying against Lending Club. So some people were falling under states that were like lobbying against Lending Club. So they had some craziness. But you also have prosper.com. So you don't have to just get stuck with one or the other. Giant lifestyle. Just watch your Ty Lopez credit bust video. I got 14 credit cards since 2015. No way that dude had 20,000 credit cards in 1 year. Look, man, you know, every time somebody gets with me, I mean, if you look at the original video I put, it was grainy, it was messed up. I got people arguing with me. I've had so many comments I've had to delete because people are cussing me out. I'm like, it's not true. It's just not true. Sometimes people sell you things on the internet and they're not true. And that's why I put so many videos out, because you can go back years and years on me and see that I'm saying the same thing I said before that I'm saying now. I share with you the journey. I share with you the truth, because it's a lot easier to give you truth than to go backtrack and cover up a lie. I mean, what happens is, you know, when you try to go research Ty Lopez and some of these people, like their old companies, it's all closed off information, or a lawsuit happened, but you don't read anything else about it. And you're like, okay, well, Ty Lopez got rich off some shady companies. He made it a dating company and he had a dirty nightclub. That's how he made his money. People forget that and they don't remember that. And then they'd be like, oh, how did Ty get rich? Oh, YouTube. No, he had other crap going on. So. All right, Chris Lee TV. I took out a CD at my credit union. Boom. Then I took out a secure loan out on the CD. Boom. So I'll be collecting interest and build credit at the same time. Right there. Multiple distinctions. Motivates and educates. Okay, that's different. Hi, love. You got me on the right track. I am now investing in Lending Club and Fundrise. Bang, bang, bang. I also went and got qualified for an investment property right here in the fields. These are the fields. I can't touch my boob because then you'll be like, what are you doing here? I'm touching my chest. The fields. So Mentor and I, congrats on 400 copies of the book sold. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Listen, I had a group. Thank you guys for keeping me accountable. It was about 100 people in the group. Some of them were friends and family. Some of them were people, old colleagues I worked with. But 30 or almost 40 of them had pre-ordered the book. So the pressure was on to finish the book and get it out there. So I laughed because I was like, oh, crap, I finished it. So if you watch this channel, you know I've talked about Smart for a Millionaire for a few months now. So yeah, thank you guys for buying those copies. Thank you in advance. And thank you for, I had to mail 100 copies of books the past 3 days, plus the 10 that people had got for the special that I gave away for the free special. First 10 copies, you know, purchased live, not from the group, not from the special live. So it was crazy. But I thank you guys. That was fun. Right now, Amazon, you can get hard copies from Amazon. Probably sometime next week, Wednesday or Thursday, we'll probably set up the link. I'm nervous on Gumroad for us to sell the books. It will get it shipped to you personally, and it'll calculate your shipping and everything, because Gumroad has a great thing they're doing. They've adjusted their physical products link And so with that, we have like 200 books in the office. No, we have 250. We just got another shipment. So 250 are at the office. They're not here with me here, but they're in Austin. So I have access to them. I can grab them. I can ship them to you. And so that'll probably happen next Wednesday or Friday. We just want to make sure we have it set up right. We don't want to get anybody behind schedule because first class is always 3 days. So 1 to 3 days, you'd get it after you pay. So we wouldn't want to be behind schedule. Okay. Urban Thomas, if I pay the loan off faster, would that do good for my credit? I have no idea what you're talking about or what's on your credit or what you're paying. The key always, if you do a secure loan, is at any given time in your credit report, you want 3 to 6 positive reporting lines. And for most people, it's their car, it's their student loans, and then like a credit card. So if you get those secure card, secure loan, secure something else, and you're just paying on those 3 at one time, for a year and a half, you'll have this positive, beautiful credit history, payment history, because it's that last 24 months that is so powerful. Now, you may have had all hell broke loose 4 years ago, but if the last 24 months you've been coasting good, that helps a lot of banks determine what they want to do with you. Only problem I'm running into is most properties want cash only offers. Yeah, there's so much cash in the marketplace. And so this is what I'm telling people, work on your personal credit, partner up with people, get in groups. A lot of people try to do everything on their own. It's just not possible. And that's why I'm always recommending you guys go to these RIA groups, join these bigger pockets forums, meet people, talk to them, because what happens is if you're actually out there in the marketplace taking action, somebody will see that and go, hey, I'll meet you halfway. I've told you. People on this channel reached out to me, paid consults, hammered me down, chased me down for a while. I go to Colleen and I go, this is a great property for $57,000. Okay, how much you got in on it? Like, because I'll even get it financed, but I still want to make sure she had some in on it. She had nothing to put on it, nothing. No money, no repair, no nothing. I'm like, honey, why would I bring you in on a deal if you have nothing to bring to it? If your credit's not good, you don't got any money, and you don't got time. It's just one of those things. So I always tell people, partner up with people. Find people who are actually doing some work. Doing the work. Okay? Okay. Melita Richardson, were you ever worried about net neutrality rules affecting your bottom line as an online entrepreneur? New Jersey signed a bill making internet companies have to follow net neutrality. Okay, no. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, every single business person will find another way to go around it. Period. YouTube is a great lead magnet. I've got 1,300 videos, actually 1,400, I think, out there working all day and night for me, bringing in leads and bringing in clients. Okay, let's say you're a local online person. You would just market more. You would just market Google AdWords in your local area. You would just do more things. A lot of times when people hear about new laws coming in, oh no, it's going to get me. Not if you have a product and service and you sell. Boom, boom, boom. It's just like that. Keep it real simple. Only thing I can say what's going to happen a lot of the net neutrality stuff is you're going to get extra $10 to $30 on your internet bill when you get to your house. So. Southern California said, thanks for the game, Chris TV. She's the greatest. Thanks. Loss of net neutrality. Okay. No, because here's the thing. Even YouTube and Facebook, they're all becoming pay for play. A couple years ago, I have video where Facebook came to town. It was great. They gave us a great show. They gave us free food. And they kind of basically said, hey, things are going to change. It's going to be pay for play. Run ads on your Facebook page, your business Facebook page. And little did you know, 2 years later, people's business Facebook pages are like dead. Like no traction, no nothing. I mean, even Grant Cardone has a video where he went off on Facebook. He said, listen, we're done. We're leaving Facebook. I have almost 1 million subscribers or followers or something on Facebook, and only 100 or 1,000 are seeing my stuff. We're out of here. All of a sudden, 24 hours, Facebook fixed whatever they did with him, and all of a sudden, you could see Grant Cardone every 2 minutes on Facebook without ads. So again, if you don't think that these companies are making it for everybody to play for play, it's really happening, unfortunately. So, well, look, I just want to do this quick one tonight. I don't want to keep you guys here all night, but again, how are you qualifying yourself for what you desire? How are you qualifying yourself? You know, the links are in the description. If it's credit, let's work on your credit. If it's the tax liens, you're ready to start investing your money, let's get you going. Let's invest all over the world. If it's a consult, you just want to speak it out and talk it out. Hey, let me know what's going on with you, because a lot of times you may have an idea in your head and you don't ever work with it or fix it or talk it out, and it just goes away. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, again, grab the Smartphone Millionaire book or the Rise to 10 Economy, any of those. And here are my 2 books for recommendation. I have a stack of books in this corner over here. Literally, it's unorganized, but I'm not going to show you guys this, but I'm going to do a picture or something. These 2, I pulled them out of the top. Cash Flow Quadrant, Millionaire by 30. Grab those books, put them on your list. I mean, a lot of stuff I have is audible.com. You guys got to go out there and qualify yourself. If you have a dream, if you say, Erica, I'm going to have 100,000 this year, tell me how. What are you selling? What are you doing? What is your business? How are you getting this 100,000? Explain it to me, you know? Melita, whatever works for your clients. I would say twice a week. Do a schedule that works for you. Is it once a week? Once a week. So, everybody, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Thank you. I've been waiting for a Goodreads list. There's so many books I could do. I did a photo on Instagram of the books I was reading, books that I've read in the past, like my bookshelf. And I just threw a bunch of books on the dining room table and took pictures. Some dude in Africa and some dude in Europe claimed the picture as their own. I went and said, hey, dude, that's my picture. Give me credit. And they blocked me. And I was like, people, if you're trying to stunt on the Instagram, at least stunt from your own pocket, your own time, your own your own resources. And that's why Instagram is so sad. People are doing stuff for the gram, and it doesn't make sense to me. Why not invest yourself? So, great job, Giants Lifestyle. Stay away from that CPN though. Anyway, you guys, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. The specials are always in the description. You need to talk to me, special below. If you want to grab tax lien course, special below. If you need your credit repair, it's a 24-hour special. Afterwards, I'm going to go out and scrub the description boxes of the last 2 videos. So people are just randomly sending me money on PayPal, and I don't know why. Yes, stop fake flexing for the gram. All right, you guys, it's Erica. Have a great night, you guys. See you tomorrow or possibly Monday. Later.